Hey everybody, Preferred Selection here, back with more Undertale. And as usual, I'm accidentally hitting escape and almost quitting out of the game. But we're here, we are saving the game. Rin is back with us.
Hello.
How you been?
We have not left.
Right,
so
that's true.
Doing great.
Yeah, I forgot that we were just straightforward
And
about
you
that in our
announced
last
that
video.
last time, so I don't
That's
even-
true, I did. So everyone's still here. So we're gonna take some cheese that's been sitting here. It's stuck to the table. This seems like like my roommate's doing, maybe.
Yeah, that mouse is never going to get that cheese.
Did I tell? Yeah, I debated whether or not I was gonna say this on stream, but I woke up this morning and one of the burners was on low.
That's how you burn down a house.
And how you raise the gas bill by a ton.
Well, yes.
But it was not good.
It's on fire. So
I mean, it's not as bad. I lived with a girl for about 9 months who did that maybe 3 times in the time that I lived with her, and who did that soberly, light drinker. Would just soberly. I mean, granted, it was art school, so people would be on 2 hours of sleep, but anyway, I digress. Don't leave the stove on overnight, kids, if that needs to be said.
yeah,
It's not a good idea.
Bad idea. That'd be like an Animaniacs good idea, bad idea segment.
I like
Do
the
you know what
mouse
I'm talking
sound.
about?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, good.
I
was
had-
silence.
I had to explain to a friend of mine who's my age what. Well, okay, 25, so not quite my age. I had to explain to someone what what Tiny Toons was the other day.
Well, I was gonna say they would have been just outside then because I think, or what? Because we were kind of too old for it when it came out. I think.
I don't think so. I watched
Listen,
years of Tiny Toons.
Okay, 'cause
That
I
might
know
just
I
say
watched
something about
it.
me.
Well, I was gonna say I know I watched it, but I also watched most of the Disney afternoon block. So,
True.
and hopefully
Let's go.
some of your viewers are our age. Otherwise, they'll be like, "What the? What
My prime demographic is 18 to 24, and then the second biggest one is actually the next one up. So
So not 12-year-olds.
they come in as a strong third, but
Kids, keep in mind, don't leave your burners on.
don't leave your burners on. Watch Tiny
So-
Toons.
I like this ghost.
Is it
He just
sleeping?
asked- Yeah, he's sleeping by saying the Z's aloud and asking if they're gone yet. Oh, sorry, I thought you already hit this part. This ghost keeps saying Z out loud repeatedly, pretending to be asleep.
Oh, this is tricky.
I would say yes here, because you can't move it another way. At least as far as I'm aware.
I'm gonna say no and see if I can. I can't get around it. Okay, that's worth
Nope.
checking.
Yeah, no, that's why I said I think I did the same thing the first time. Yeah, hit X and it will make everything appear at once.
It's not. X is not doing that for me.
Try Z. I thought Z was enter, but
Nope.
well,
All right, I'm gonna move it with force. Maybe it's because there's a. Whoa, he's Napsta Bluke.
Yeah, that's how I said it. I like the music here, even though I can't hear it.
This
on
is
my end.
nice. Okay, do I want to check?
Yeah, check to see what you should use.
I don't know. I mean, okay, so back in the Final Fantasy days, I was always nervous about scan because it meant that you got hit.
Yes, well, you don't get hit, but you have basically a fight
Right.
right after. But it does help because you only have to do it once, so when you fight them again, you know what to do if you remember.
See, I was thinking that this guy was going to be like a important NPC, and then maybe this
Well,
was
I
it.
just- yeah, I meant in general. That's what the check is useful for.
I'll give it a shot. Doesn't seem to have a sense of humor, so maybe not flirting.
Oh, I'm real funny.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, this one's a little tricky, but
Holy.
she does it at the same time. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I hate that attack.
And you made me lose like a third of my health just to check on him.
Well, I didn't know you do that attack first. Alright. I just weigh you down. Really not feeling up to it right now. Sorry.
That was...
You want to try flirt again? Or a different one?
I might. Because last time it didn't... Oh, no, here we go.
Yeah.
Don't love this attack. That's
you
really hard to get out of the way of.
Yeah, you have to, like, get over to that middle, it looks like. But you have the monster candy that you can heal from if you need to.
I kind of want to just, like, attack him now at this point.
Well, he is a ghost. Can you attack a ghost?
I don't know. I don't have a self scope. Man, this attack is a problem.
Yeah, I thought he had a different one. Although I don't think he got hit there.
I did not.
Good job.
I can't spare him yet.
Yeah. But, okay, so flirt the second time didn't work. Can you try cheer? Because that's the flirt seemed to be...
See, I keep thinking that you're, like, leading me to, like, good things, and it's not necessarily the case, I've noticed.
Well, I can't control what they do. Like, sometimes I'll tell you, like, if you're asking me what to do and you're clearly leading one way that I don't agree with, I will tell you which way I think you should go that is the way you are feeling.
When you said flirt again, I was thinking she must know something I don't know.
Oh, no, I was just saying because it worked. Well, first of all, I played this game. But second of all, it worked the first time. Oh, you made him laugh, even though he doesn't have a sense of humor.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, oh, this is the different one.
Okay, that was a little rough.
I would use your item. Because you only have 5 left.
I can take one more hit. I mean, as long as he doesn't do the... I don't want to use that candy. I'd almost rather die.
Go back and get another one.
I still can't.
Yeah, not quite yet. Yeah, sorry, I knocked my mic again.
You're fine.
I am not used to having it on and being recorded and not being able to touch anything. Apologies, viewers, if you hear me, like, shuffling it.
This doesn't look too bad. He hasn't...
Do you like it? Do you like his top hat? I think no, you can't spare him yet, but do you like it? Do you like his hat that he made for you?
I do. I like that it didn't attack me. Yeah, I still can't spare him.
Right, so tell him what you thought of the hat.
I guess that's a cheer, right?
Well, cheer or flirt, I think, because those are both positive. If you didn't like the hat, then you could threat. Oh, gee.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna straight up ask you, is there a save point after this?
I believe so. There's like 1 or 2 after this, but as you saw before, you run into their random encounters real fast.
Yeah, I could... If I make it back there, I have to go through... I'm just gonna power through and hope that I don't die.
Yeah. I think that it might restart you not all the way back to the save point. Here, go up. See if there's one in there. I can't remember. Or you could still explore the area to the right. I just can't remember where it is. Made by spiders.
Is this guy gonna fight me?
No, the ones that you can actually see just talk to you.
My friend never listens to me. I guess I'm the frogs, generally. Since you're doing a lot of voices.
Well, the same voice, but yeah.
Whenever I... What?
Read that line.
Whenever I talk, they skip through my words pressing X. That's right, pressing X. Well, at least you listen to me.
Okay, so you can try it with the next one to see if that works.
Ribbit. I've heard using F4 can make you have a full screen, but what does F4 stand for? 4 frogs? I have only seen a maximum of 3 frogs in this room. This is troubling, to say the least. Ribbit. This dialogue is amazing. Ribbit, I heard you're quite merciful for a human. Surely you know by now a monster wears a yellow name when you can spare it. What do you think of that?
Think it's helpful or do you think it's bad?
I think it's helpful. It is rather helpful. Remember, sparing is just saying you won't fight. Maybe one day you'll have to do it even if their name isn't yellow. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, foreshadowing. Oh, new monster.
He looks scary.
I would use your item. And then you can go back and get another one, but I would use your item. Because you don't know what his attack's going to be.
Right.
And if you get hit enough, you're going to die in this fight, which is annoying.
I don't pick on. Finally, someone gets it.
If you had done the check, it's basically just says, I think it's called, just says don't pick on me or something like that. If you go to Mercy now, or I guess go to Act, see if you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, save me a little time on the ones I'm like, okay, yeah, you're good. Hello? I just realized that it has been a while since I've cleaned up. I was not expecting to have company so soon. There are probably a lot of things lying around here and there. You can pick them up, but do not carry more than you need. Someday you might see something you really like. You will want to leave room in your pockets for that. So right now you only have 8 slots to hold things. Later on you'll be able to have like, with like most RPGs, you can have like a box that's basically like, or I guess like the original Resident Evil games where there's a box that you can put in. Okay, so
I just want a save point so badly.
yeah, you can, if you think you can beat him again, do the same thing. Otherwise, you can try to flee or fight, whatever you want.
I'm gonna not pick on him.
Sometimes if you do the things that they don't want you to do, like in this case, if you picked pick on, the attacks will get more intense. Which is bad if you're not checking to see what they need first. Oh, see, there's a sign on the wall. Does it tell you what to do?
It said only one switch.
Oh, I guess go down. Maybe there's one there.
I'm gonna check out that spider thing that they were talking about.
That's all that was down there. Yeah, it was the spiders.
Yeah. I want to see.
Sorry, I had a total blank what was in this room, and I'm like, is it the save point?
Oh,
Spider bake sale. All proceeds go to real spiders. You do get something from in here that's helpful later in the game if you hold on to it.
Okay. So should I leave?
Say no and look in the other web. You can decide which one you want to do. See, because you have 43 gold right now. So you get, I don't know what you get because I didn't do this, and then found out later when I had to replay a boss battle like 20 times that this would have made it slightly easier.
I'll take the one that's
Gave you a jug.
I got a jug.
Here, hit C. We can look at what you got.
I'll grab this one too since I've got money.
Okay.
Donut. Yay! I like donuts.
Yeah, do hit C and we can see what the descriptions are. So you hit enter to select it, and then it'll jump down to the bottom menu.
Okay.
It took me too long to figure out.
Yeah, these menus could be a little bit better.
Heals 12, spider, cider, and the batter. So you want to keep at least one of these. So hold on to them for as long as you can, and maybe when you have the option to put stuff kind of in a trunk that's out of your actual inventory, do that so you don't use it until it's time. Because I wish I did that.
Good to know.
Especially looking at how you're playing right now, I feel like you'll probably have the same issue that I did with that fight because it's long.
24. That's really good.
Made with whole spiders, not just the juice.
Aw, that's kind of sad.
That's gross. All right, there's got to be a saves point very soon. And if you die, it's not going to take you, I don't believe at this point, take you all the way back to the beginning.
Does dying drain anything from you, or is it mostly just...
It's just restart.
It's
like
a
it
lot
just
of guys.
Well, one you can spare immediately, and the other one I don't think we've hit yet. Just be yourself.
I do not know his attack.
He is doing an arm wiggle. He doesn't have a care in the world. Oh, he just wanted to dance.
Whew.
I didn't realize you could spare him so easily.
That was scary. Alright.
Okay, so you gotta pick a switch. Do you remember what that hatching meant?
Yeah, I can drop through here.
Yep.
Oh, more ghosts.
Right, the ghost is in one, but look at the middle. That's a villain.
Aw.
Sorry, I didn't realize what you're doing until you walked to it. Okay, this I honestly would flee or use an item because in order to beat this one, like a minor spoiler, you have to be like, okay, well, I want dinner. So it'll give you an attack where it's the normal white ones. And some of them within the attack pattern are green, and you have to basically be hit by the green ones, which are good. And
That's
that
wild.
satisfies it. So if you're not good at the dodging, you're going to get hit. So going in with 2 is a really bad idea. So I would flee if you're able, because you will die otherwise. Or, or you could fight him.
So he looks like he's going to be like a 4 hit. Wow, that was a long attack. That wasn't too bad of an attack, at least.
Yeah, sometimes they're like circle attacks too, which are difficult. And it's hard when you're trying to catch something in the middle of it.
Right, this doesn't look
in this
fun.
case where it's, that's what I was worried about.
Well, sometimes you're going to die.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to prevent it, but you wanted to, so you cannot give up just yet.
The candy is so powerful.
Stay determined. I forgot that was your name. I was like, that's new. Okay, if you hit enter again, it should take you back. Let's see what they drop you. Oh, that's right. You did save the mouse.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to do a little bit again, but not too bad.
So now I'm curious if I hit C. Okay.
You have to rebuy. Your everything gets reset to that save point.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's really rough. I see why you were trying to keep me alive, because that's...
Yes.
I was thinking, so in a lot... Man, this is very old school. In a lot of RPGs, when you die, you get knocked back to a certain
you have
point.
to release fight. Well, at least you didn't really do all... You wandered. You had a lot of independent fights, but you didn't do a lot of stuff moving forward yet. So you just have to fight this guy, buy the stuff in the spider's web you want, and talk to the frogs if you want. Again, you don't have to. And go back to the switches. So not that time consuming to get back to where you were.
And I should lose a lot less health fighting this guy now that I'm going to start with cheering. Especially since it seemed like he used a really rough attack a lot last time. I should not have gotten hit there.
I don't know why, because he usually does that once or twice, and then once you start cheering him up or flirting with him, I love this attack. This is my favorite attack, I think.
It's pretty good. Alright, so this is the hat.
So you don't
This is so much less brutal than the last.
Yeah, with a lot of these, it's just about knowing what ones they respond to.
Yeah. Check seems like a really good, especially if you've got the HP
to withstand a fight, yeah. Today I met somebody nice, and that somebody was you.
Yeah, that's like losing 3 health when I probably should have lost none versus... It seems like I've got a lot less gold here than I had before.
That's because you went to the other room first, so you had some random encounters.
Oh, okay.
You got a donut. And Spider Cider, which is a great name.
Okay.
That could be like your punk band name, Jack.
Now that I know how frequently battles happen,
honestly,
I forgot there was a save point here.
I did too, which I have no excuse because I played this game. I was thinking like, oh, you don't want to go all the way back to the start. That's crazy.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, people listening to this are probably like head in their hands going, there's a save point. Just move one room over. What are you doing? Like,
I was thinking it was all the way back.
You get someone commenting in the middle of the video, be like, what, Jack, like 2 rooms over, there's a save spot.
Now, do I need to talk to these guys for like rep or anything, or is it just...
No, not that I'm aware of. It just tells you stuff that you may not know.
Oh, okay.
So you can skip them.
There was one that I do want to talk to this one since he gave me a prompt.
And the reminder to spare and how that works. I like that your only options are sparing is very helpful or sparing is bad, which kind of tells you right away what kind of character you're playing. I won't reread this because we already did this.
I'm gonna skip through it. So you said X. Yeah, X is not bringing it all up for me, but this is going kind of fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say try because it's X C Z, and I think at the beginning of the game I said like W, which is not.
That's fine.
Not a key you hit. Okay, so that's the Vegetoid again. If you want to do him, but if you look to the room to the right, do you see So that's eventually where you want to go. I think there is an item hidden in one of these, but as you can see, you can kind of see into the other rooms a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get revenge on this guy.
With self-defense, he just wants to feed you, Jack.
Yeah.
Very local produce. Yeah, that one attack is a little bit difficult. And again, someone in the comments going to be like, "No, it's not." Do you get that a lot?
Not usually, because generally I play Terraria, and I, like, as cynical as some people are, like, I think it's generally accepted that I'm okay at Terraria, because I mean, I fought Duke Fisher on a no armor. Like, at a certain point, you have to be like, oh yeah, you're competent at that game. So yeah, I leveled up to level 2. My love increased. That's
Yay.
really. Now I have more health.
You do have more health.
I'm kind of feeling like when killing enemies seems like a good idea, I might kill enemies because I really like the idea of getting my health cap up a little bit.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to do it a ton, but knowing that I'm doing a pacifist run at some point.
Yeah, I am fighting the endgame monsters with only 20 health, which is probably why I'm dying so much. But I mean, it's a game of choice.
Yeah. Oh, so the Pokemon thing that that I was going to get to. In the old Pokemon games, there was this area called Safari Zone.
Oh, this might be totally off topic.
Yeah, that's okay.
The topic of Pokemon that this video is about.
So
like,
in
just do an overlay of the Safari Zone here.
So in normal Pokemon, you had like all your Pokemon that you'd fight Pokemon with, and you had like Pokemon moves and stuff like that, and it was very much like Pokemon versus Pokemon. I did hit that switch, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think there might have been an item in one of those, not on the far one, but maybe the middle one. I couldn't see the bottom row, but I thought I found something last time.
I can definitely go check.
Yeah, I don't quote me on that, but I don't want you, I know you like items, so I don't want you to miss out on something.
I do like items.
And
that hit me for 4.
Yeah, sometimes if you get hit the wrong way, you do lose a good amount.
I don't like this attack. Oh, I made it through it. I
He's
bet,
bruised.
since he's bruised, I can probably... I can't. Yeah, I don't like this guy. He reminds me of, like, the enemies... Oh, I 3'd him that time. He reminds me of the enemies from Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, I guess that's all. You don't have an item this time. I don't know if you can talk to him again.
Oh, it looks like there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
over...
Far left, yeah. I was like, you want to make friends? And you're like, no.
Thought about it.
I don't know if he says anything new. I didn't land in that one last time.
Found a faded ribbon.
Let's go to inventory and see what it is.
You would make a great, like, tutorial narrator.
It's like a preschool teacher, like Toriel, like, are you sure you don't want to look at the faded ribbon? If you're cuter, monsters won't hit you as hard.
That's
so
adorable.
in order to equip stuff, go to item, and use, yeah. And it'll swap out what you're currently wearing to the item stuff, so you don't lose it.
So my defense was 0 before, or was it 2?
It doesn't change anything. Your defense and all that other stuff changes when you raise your HP. Yeah, go to you can see what it does. Yeah, it can just help heal you, so you can put that back on when your health is low.
That's actually neat. Interesting.
Sorry, so go back to your stats one real quick.
Okay.
Once you're back on solid ground. Okay, so the attack and defense are defaulting to whatever level you're at, and then in the parentheses is whatever modifier your armor and your weapon are.
So the 3 is coming from the ribbon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you're getting defense where you didn't really have some. So some of the armor will like give you heals in between each attack. Some will just provide better defense than what you currently have. So, yeah, this is who you fought last time earlier. So.
Do not want to pick on this guy.
You do not want to pick up because because like I said, it does when you do things that are the opposite of what they like. It tends to make it a lot harder. Yeah,
5 gold. I think he was the way I was farming gold because he seems to drop a lot.
Yeah.
It's a switch. Do I want to mess with the switch?
Yeah, go ahead. There's a sign behind you that explains because this one that kind of gives you what you need to do sometimes.
The fire door is not an exit. It simply marks a rotation in perspective. Let's go check out this fire door then. Let's see what it looks like.
So the spikes are down, so you can go through. Or fight somebody else.
That was a weird thing to say.
Yeah, because he has actual attacks, but if you look, he's doing like the robot or something, or the wave with his arm. There's a real word for that dance move that someone's going to correct me on, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Okay, so...
So basically you had the switches in the first room with columns. And this is basically the same thing, but now some of the switches are behind the columns. And there's another plaque at the bottom too, if that helps.
So... In Safari Zone, I will tell this anecdote at some point.
Slamming this to the table, like I want to talk about Pokemon. Okay, continue.
Okay, so the normal system of Pokemon was this complicated, like your Pokemon fight their Pokemon. Everybody has got 4 moves. You can use items if you want to. You can switch Pokemon if you want to. Safari Zone, they would take all your Pokemon away from you. You would go in there with no Pokemon, and it would just be you as a trainer, and you had the option.
Fist fighting?
No, not fist fighting. You had 4 options. You could throw a ball of mud. You could throw a ball of like food, like a treat. You could throw a safari ball.
So is this like human versus Pokemon or trainer versus trainer?
Trainer versus Pokemon. Trainer versus wild Pokemon.
So basically it's like you're throwing mud balls and food at wild animals.
Yes. You can throw a ball of mud or a treat or a Pokeball at a wild animal. And the catch rate's very low because these animals are like the Pokemon are at full health and they don't have status affliction or anything.
Here, real quick, while we're talking this, you should look at the signs so we're still moving forward, because it's going to be like 6 videos before we're out of the tutorial area.
True. If you can read this, press the blue switch. Okay, so I'm guessing that the blue switch is here since
you can't
I can see
it.
all the other switches. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep coming back to the anecdote. But
No, I'll let you come back to it. I just wanted to go to the next room because I knew this one was easy.
Yeah. The behavior of the Pokemon in the game would depend on whether you threw mud or whether you threw a treat, and the whole crux of and this is a lot more meaningful to people who actually played Pokemon. So I'm telling the story for the audience, even though I can tell it's gaining no traction with you. But for those of us who lived through the '90s, it was such a battle to be like, what will this Pokemon do? Does it want a treat? Does it want mud? Because sometimes, like, nobody had like information on like what the different things did. So it's like, does mud make them easier to catch? Do treats so people would start like religions around like, what am I supposed to do in the Safari Zone? And it was just a lot like this game, and that is officially
like schoolyard urban legends of what things are and what it means.
And that is officially all I have to say about the Safari Zone.
So you might want to, for the Vegetoid at this time, try. I mean, you can always fight them, but you can try to see how to deal with the attack where they're sending you attack stuff and good things in the middle, because it's hard.
Vegetoid offers a healthy meal. I'm really scared about this with
Oh yeah, because before he's been giving you. Yeah, I was gonna say, because you could spare him now.
That was really good. I got a health back from that, and I can get him to run away.
Yep.
And then this guy is gonna keep dancing.
Yeah, you lucked out the first couple times you fought him. You just got in his little dance, because he has some attacks that are like the one you just saw.
That
Yeah,
was
but
a
he dances.
really...
Yeah, that was an easy fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted you to experience having to catch something.
That's good to know.
Because I have a lot more trouble with that than you did. Although you seem to have an easier one where it kind of fell in the middle alone.
Yeah, it was kind of
There's
hanging
a
out by
one
itself.
that you haven't hit yet that I have so much trouble with. So when you hit it, I'll tell you.
Okay. That was kind of a simple puzzle. If you can read this, press the red switch, and it was right there.
Yeah, some of this is like, okay, are you paying attention to your surrounding?
Oh, this is going to be tricky. So I can't see the green one.
No. But, I mean, they're all in the same order, I believe.
Oh, are they?
I believe so. It's like that it's kind of turned, but the color order is the same every time. Don't quote me this. I'm going to, like, go back and watch this and go, no, they're not. But that's what I was thinking at the time.
Getting lots of gold. Go ahead and press it.
Oh, that means it did it.
Hooray! It's
Yay.
50-50.
First try.
Now, oh, this is scary.
Yeah, don't go up here yet. I think
Okay.
that's the sort of end of the section. So I would explore just whatever's over here first.
Oh, awesome. I have a weapon.
Now let's see its stats or equip. I held on to an item for way longer than I should have without ever equipping it. So this is why I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I was totally not even going to look at what the
I know.
one thing did, the bandage, or not the bandage, but whatever we got that replaced it.
Yeah, because the armor is kind of someone else's outfits almost. So you have like someone else's ribbon, you have someone else's toy knife, almost like costumes. Okay, then you can check if you go back to item what you had been using if you want to see the actual stats of it.
It was a stick, right?
Which actually hold on to that because there's something you can do with the stick later that I didn't know about. This is like a recurring thing. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know I could do this, so I did it wrong. So maybe hold on to this for a little bit.
Getting close to full up on items.
Its bark is worse than its bite.
So depending on how much an attack's worth, we were doing like 20 to 25 before.
Yeah, you should be able to get a little bit more. Oh dear, that took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, right now I don't have much of a concept for the difference between 0 and 3, but it could be a big jump, could be a little jump, but
I don't
sounding
think
like it's a little jump.
huge the jump because I think the highest weapon is like a 15.
Okay.
How did you get here, my child? Are you hurt? There. I will heal you. So I came in here. Sorry, I should not have left you alone for so long.
So you came in here?
I came in here with like half health,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, "Who hurt you?" And then went on the cell phone. So there's all these little tiny variations and things. It's kind of fun.
I kind of wish I'd taken more damage.
It was irresponsible to try to surprise you like this. Well, I suppose I cannot hide it any longer. Come, small one. So that was like an alien talking, sorry. Because of the big ones. Look at the tree.
Okay. I was worried this was going to be a boss.
No. I would warn you before you did that. Yeah, so all the leaves that you have here are from that tree. Which is kind of funny, like when you're doing that maze where you had the fall through area, always where the fall through area is where the leaves are, because it can fall through the ground.
There are so many spots in this game that I would hide.
Yeah, it's not quite, like there definitely are areas that do that, but it's not quite as often as you kind of get in some other games.
It's also not it's not like so many retro games are nods to Metroidvanias, and this is clearly not. Like this is a nod to like SNES era
and like Earthbound and that era. Yeah. So, do you smell that? Surprise! It is butterscotch cinnamon pie. I thought we might celebrate your arrival. I want you to have a nice time living here, so I will hold off on a snail pie for tonight. We appreciate that.
I'm getting like the creepiest vibe from this. Like, I'm trying to figure out if my character was like
nice.
was like abducted. Like I'm just kind of like living with this woman, and I'm worried about my character a little bit.
Here, I have another surprise for you.
Like she seems like she's trying to calm me down from like trauma. So I'm like, what happened to my character that you're trying to like calm me down so much, or be so nice to me?
Yeah. When we get to the end of the game, we can talk about kind of stuff like this, because right now we're limited in what we actually know about our character. A room of your own. I hope you like it. Is something burning? Make yourself at home.
Oh.
Okay, so in order to get a really good health item, you should go into the room and then go to sleep.
Okay. Should I not explore this way?
No, you can explore. But if you don't go to sleep, you don't get the item, apparently.
Okay. Well, I'm at 5 out of 8 items, so I should probably go in here and just go to sleep and get a good item.
Yeah, I mean, you can explore your area first. They don't interest you at all. I find that really strange, don't you? Like,
yeah.
It feels really detached.
It's also an interesting thing to... You see this in a lot of RPGs where you'll have a silent protagonist and you'll kind of like be suspending your disbelief and you'll build this personality around who your character is. And then you'll be like, here's a book about space. Boring. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was
Space.
Yeah. I was me, you know?
Empty photo frames. It's really dusty.
That's unnerving again.
Yeah.
This is scary. This game is creepy.
You get your slice of pie. So
Hooray.
You want to hold on to this to almost the end game. I, of course, am not a good gamer. And I was like, oh, she gave me pie. And then I ate it, even though I had full health. If you go right now, go look at the stats on it.
Okay.
To show you how dumb I am. It's a full revival.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. So
although for you at 20 health, that's the same as that spider.
Right,
thing.
but as you saw, you can increase.
Except you didn't.
I didn't. But there's other... No, you don't. Don't go back to sleep. You only get one piece of pie. Let's go explore.
It's worth trying.
This is Toriel's room. It's her diary. Read the circled passage.
Absolutely.
You read the passage. Why did the skeleton want a friend? Because she was feeling lonely.
This is a woman who would write like banal puns in her diary. That's another. Speaking of reading, how do you pronounce Banal?
Banal?
Okay, that's the same way I say it.
Okay. Well, we're probably both wrong, but that's how I say it.
We probably are.
You should look at the cactus real quick.
Okay. Just a regular old bucket of snails.
I like the long pause between that. You can read this one.
Ah, the cactus, truly the most sundeer of plants. How do you say sundeer?
I'm not sure. That's why I was having to read it. I thought the T was pronounced like Sundri or something like that.
Maybe.
Someone is gonna be like phonetically giving all the words we've mispronounced in the comments. So,
my friend, one of my friends, her role in the. Do you know what a maid cafe is?
Yes.
She hosts a maid cafe once a month, and her job is to be the Sundir waiter, I guess.
To text her and be like, "How do you pronounce this?"
I should.
We can fix it in post.
Yep. It's an encyclopedia of subterranean plants. You open the middle. Typha, a group of wetland flowering plants with brown oblong seed pods, most known commonly as water sausages.
Apparently that's like a real thing. That's like in the South.
That sounds accurate.
Peek inside. Scandalous. It's Torel's sock drawer. I actually didn't look in here when I was in here. I think I missed where to stand.
Definitely bigger than it. So...
Good enough. Hopefully there's no one who's hard of hearing listening to this going, what are the descriptions? Guys.
Well, they can read them if they're hard of hearing.
Wait, hard of seeing? That'd be better.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Ooh, mirror. It's you.
And I don't think it's hard of seeing. That's definitely not the way to say it.
Visually impaired, maybe?
Yep, that's the right word. I'm related to like 3 optometrists. I should know this.
It's quite alright. I just want to find a bee. I want to find a bee and talk to him about space.
A bee?
Earthbound. In Earthbound, you meet a bee that is from space, and he's your buddy.
I was thinking the context of this game, and I was like, where is this coming from?
He knocks on your door like the very beginning of the game, and he's like, "Hey."
I'm like mono-focused on Undertale.
I am as well, and that's what's reminded me.
Seemed to have gone real well when we were looking for that save spot. Oh, good times.
The end of the tools have been filed down to make them safer. It's a history book. Here's a random page. Trapped behind the barrier of fear and further human attacks. Whoa.
Trapped behind the barrier and fearful of further human attacks, we retreated.
That's...
Far, far into the earth we walked, until we reached the cavern's end. This was our new home, which we named Home.
You know, I don't know what it was, but something at the very beginning of this game made me... Pardon?
The intro video?
Oh, right. Maybe that was it. Made me think of... There's a name for it, but there's a lot of people who believe in a center Earth, like a hollow Earth where there's like a kind of like a utopia inside the planet.
Okay.
And it's like, when I say a lot of people, I mean like it's like a mythological.
Yeah.
But
I had to pause for it. I was like, really?
I'm trying to remember what there's a name of like.
This is where we come back with an annotation of what the name of it is.
Right. There's a common. Well, yeah. We'll see if I remember doing annotation. But the guy who writes Wigu and Overcompensating was doing a comic about that world recently, and it was just interesting to hear about.
All right. So, as great as our king is, he is pretty lousy at names.
It's funny how many different dystopian and sci-fi things they end up naming their base home.
Yeah. And it's once again, you're being coddled, so that even the fire is. Yeah, the next room is kitchen.
Gonna get more pie.
You cannot get more pie. Because I went there too.
Let's play with the stove.
Yeah, this is when you should have told your stove story.
Yes.
It's a perfect opportunity because you have a stove.
Toriel must have used fire magic instead. So the stove story, children, is don't play with stoves. Use fire magic to cook all your food.
Yeah, and then you don't have to clean the stove.
Yep. There's some white fur.
From Toriel.
I guess that makes sense. I was like, what's in my pie?
For some reason, there is a brand name chocolate bar in the fridge.
Can I take it?
For some reason, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I was feeling all dramatic to keep reading it.
I wanted the chocolate bar.
Up already, I see. I want you to know how glad I am to have someone here. There are so many old books I want to share. I want to show you my favorite bug hunting spot. I've also prepared a curriculum for your education. This may come as a surprise to you, but I have always wanted to be a teacher.
Does not surprise me.
Actually, perhaps it isn't very surprising. That's very good timing. Still, I am glad to have you living here. Oh, did you want something? What is it?
I feel like this is a...
Yeah, you got 2 choices.
This is a really pinnacle moment, I feel like.
Do you want nothing, or do you want to ask when you can go home?
I feel like this really changes. I mean, this might just be like a brush off if I ask when I can go home, but I feel like this really changes the flow of the game, or at least in my without spoilers. And I'm not asking for spoilers.
That's why I'm not saying anything.
I'm just thinking out loud through it. I'm really leaning towards nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go nothing for this one.
Well, wait. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Nothing will change if you do that.
What's that?
Nothing will change if you say nothing.
You mean like the game won't?
In this gameplay right here, like in terms of like moving forward, nothing changes.
The game won't progress?
You have to say, when can I go home?
Okay, well, I'll start with nothing.
Yeah.
She's just gonna... And then that's just out.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and save again. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you can progress, but it's the easiest way is through the dialogue, I think.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like I've got tutorials here. You can progress, but the easiest way is through the dialogue.
Yeah, well, it's when you get to the other part, I'll tell you how you could have done it, but especially for people watching. But
okay.
I just didn't want you to have to go through. I don't need to read this part. I didn't want you to have to go through the dialogue again if you didn't want to. That's why I gave you the warning. So do you want to hear about snails?
I do want to hear about snails.
Here's an exciting snail fact. Did you know that snails have a chainsaw-like tongue called a... I'm not going to... Radula? Radula? Interesting. Yeah. Had exit the ruins. Well, bother me if you need anything else. You were doing this on purpose now. What is it? Nothing. Had exit the ruins. I have to do something. Stay here.
I like that I feel better that... Don't stay here?
Follow her. She went down the stairs.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So one place, and the other way to do the ruins is if you keep going down the stairs, she'll pull you back up. But I think it takes slightly longer because you have to go up and down.
Interesting.
You wish to know how to return home, do you not? Ahead of us lies the end of the ruins, a one-way exit to the rest of the underground. I'm going to destroy it. No one will ever be able to leave again. Now be a good child and go upstairs.
Whoa.
So, interesting thing. If you go upstairs and go to bed, you get a different, you get someone telling you, like, to wake up, that your journey isn't over yet. You have to go on, which is kind of cool, but again, that's a little time consuming.
That's interesting. I definitely feel
and
compelled
also notice in the previous conversation, home was in quotes, which I didn't notice the first time through.
Interesting.
Every human that falls down here meets the same fate. I have seen it again and again. They come, they leave, they die. You naive child, if you leave the ruins, they, Asgore, will kill you. I am only protecting you. Do you understand? Go to your room.
She's totally a there's an archetype of paladin in D&D that is really similar to this, where it's like, I'm going to protect you until I'm the major villain of this story arc.
Oh. I went a different direction there. Yeah, keep following her. I mean, you don't have to, but I would follow her.
Uh-huh.
Do not try to stop me. This is your final warning. You want to leave so badly? You are just like the others. There is only one solution to this. Prove yourself. Prove to me that you are strong enough to survive.
So, I'm assuming that if I was really strong, that I could actually just, like, beat Doriel.
Do you, you have a save point, so you can play this how you want to, and if you want to save scum, you can. So, do you want to just play this blindly?
In this playthrough, I don't think I would just attack Toriel, because that seems like, even if I am not super keen on her current behavior.
You couldn't think of any conversation topics.
BS. That's a crazy attack.
Toriel prepares a magical attack.
That was an insane attack.
Mm-hmm. I will say this: if you use a spare and then a fight afterwards, her defense lowers, but that's also kind of a really bad route thing to do.
I do almost no damage to her.
Yeah. Although, do not waste any health items in this fight.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay.
With how little I did to her. Even though I want to see what happens if I crit her, if I can. That barb moves really fast.
Yeah, you kind of get used to it because it moves. Once you have a weapon, it kind of moves consistently.
I managed to not get hit there.
Good job.
I feel like...
Forgetting that I have my mic as a headset, so I like scratch my face and like keep hitting the mic. So I apologize to listeners because I'm sure you keep hearing me touching it by accident. Sorry, continue.
I feel like if I was on my second playthrough of this,
Mm-hmm.
that I could maybe actually handle this.
You try to think of something to say again. I didn't catch the end of that.
Oh.
Toriel is acting aloof.
That attack did not do much.
Ironically, talking does not seem to be the solution to this situation.
Like this attack, I feel like if I learn the pattern... I feel like if I was... Oh man, that's rougher than I expected.
So if you notice, now that your health is this low, none of her attacks hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is right. Go upstairs. Already? What will it take for you to learn your lesson?
That was basically me accidentally tapping the button.
Well, welcome back to the fight. Again, don't wait, because there's a save spot after this, so don't waste.
Oh, she's at full health again.
So it kind of is restarted. If you flee, what would you do?
Pardon?
I said I thought you were going to hit flee again, so I was asking if you do that, what would you do?
I did it, Flea.
Oh, you did you? Oh, see, she's not letting you go.
Yep. So, yeah, I can just
you
go...
don't. Yeah, once you get to 2, she will not hit you.
So I really have to grind through this health then, huh?
Not giving you any spoilers, unless you asked for it.
Fair enough. Did a lot of damage there. I'm not gonna kill her, but I'm comfortable getting her low. Might as well check.
Knows what's best for you.
It's wild. I wonder if I could push myself into those things and get hit on purpose.
No, but you can. You can't at this point because you're only a 2, but you can die in this fight. And apparently I haven't watched it yet, but apparently she's like devastated, which obviously she would be because she's avoiding hitting you.
Right.
Oh, but that resets everything.
I thought it was what I wanted to do.
Well, that's what I was asking you. When you flee, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and leave somehow, I guess. Maybe I'll go sleep or something?
If you want to. I know there's a new piece of dialogue we haven't seen yet in this. You read this part when it shows up.
Iron, please. Wake up. You are the future of humans and monsters. That seems... I'm glad I read that. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. There's some things that you cannot get unless you do bad things from what I've seen, but then you have to do the bad things. So It's that trade-off of like, do you want the plot or do you want to
Mhm.
feel good about? I don't think this changes. I like that they only give you the one joke. Be like, that's enough. That's enough puns.
All right. I guess I want to leave the house and see if that triggers anything. Nope.
Okay.
Might as well save scum.
Well, it's not really save scum if you're just
No.
using the save system
Yeah.
normally.
True.
Usually the save scum if you're like, I'm gonna quit right now and load without saving and load from my previous save because something I did. Which like two of the LPers I've watched do this game have done that.
So, since I've spared her once.
Yeah, I mean, tell me what do you want to know about the fight?
Right now, I'm just gonna try and. Okay, so she's back to like regular.
Yeah, and she's going to be actually attacking you now because.
Yeah.
Now remember, don't do a fight after you do a spare. I mean, you can, but it's not great to do. You are way better at dodging that than I was. I would always run into the second one.
That's the first time I've not taken damage on that hit, so
Nice.
I don't know how much
You're
better.
doing pretty well. You're only 5 down. Have you figured out how you're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep sparing her over and over. It's pretty much literally all I haven't done.
It's basically sparing like this, doing the fighting where you miss every time is about the equivalent, or fighting and killing her, the 3 ways out of this fight. What are you doing?
Ooh, that was brutal.
Yeah, it was. You like landed right where they all were. Attack or run away. You're lucky I read fast. She looks through you. What are you proving this way?
I'm still getting new dialogue. Hopefully I don't.
Fight
think
or
we-
leave.
I think we've gotten that one before.
There is some repetition, but I had to look up to verify because I wasn't gonna kill her in this first run that I played.
Stop it, I've not gotten.
Yeah. I had to look it up to verify because I was like, I'm not killing her. How do I do this?
And now I'm at the point where.
Where she's gonna avoid everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go away. Look how sad her face is. You're like, I probably should have gone the other route to kill her, right? Is that your thought process?
No, I mean I don't want to kill her. Not on this playthrough. I'm really tempted because like I feel like I could with good dodges.
I'll tell you this. After you've done all this with sparing her, if you fight her after this, I think it's like a critical hit. That will kill her. Because you basically lowered her defenses so much that you'll destroy her.
Okay, so I shouldn't take a swing at her.
No, not unless you want to kill her.
Okay.
I know you want to go home, but and that time it wasn't. And look, she's not going to attack the next time, I don't think, because that was just ... But please go upstairs now. Yeah, you're close. Because she's not attacking at all anymore. I know you can't run either.
Oh yeah, that's all I have.
I promise I will take good care of you here. I know we do not have much, but we can have a good life here. Why are you making this so difficult?
You know, I'm gonna start making it a requirement when I bring people in to like play games. I'm gonna be like, you have to have done theater.
Does that mean I'm doing a good job?
Yes.
Yay! Please go upstairs. And I have done theater, so
I know.
this is like high school.
I guess I've done theater too, but I've done theater with someone who's on Comedy Central right now, but I have no experience. I'm not especially a theater person.
Here, I'll read that one. Pathetic, is it not? I can't even save a single child, and I can't believe I remember that whole line.
Good job.
Yay! No, I understand. You would just be unhappy trapped down here. The ruins are very small once you get used to them. It would not be right for you to grow up in a place like this. My expectations, my loneliness, my fear. For you, my child, I will put them aside.
Aw, we broke her. Yay.
If you truly wish to leave the ruins, I will not stop you. However, when you leave, please do not come back.
Oh, man.
I hope you understand.
That's harsh.
Yeah. So if you try to call her after this on the cell, she won't answer.
What was the option I didn't try? Oh, I did 3 out of 4 of them. That's pretty good.
For what do you mean?
For calling her.
Oh, yeah. You got... There wasn't anything great for this, but, like, later on you'll get a phone number from another character if you choose, like, make a friend or date them route, which I know which route you'll probably pick. Because that's what I picked. But you can, like, call them in different locations, and they'll give, like, a sentence or 2 commentary on the location. But, yeah, so...
All right, so we're at an hour, so I think this is a good spot to call this episode.
Yay!
And thank you so much for joining me. This time we really are going to take end for the night, and hopefully we'll get a chance very soon to record some more Undertale. It was great having you.
Yay! I'm glad that you were able to enjoy it so much.
Yeah, it was really fun. It's going to be, like, there's certain times where I'll do an LP, and it's very hard to not keep playing the game after that.
Yeah, and this one, like, I'm like, go let's just pretend that we didn't talk about ending the game, and let's just keep going. Like,
right. Now, there's no, like, I can't save from here, can I?
No, no, you can't save, and you don't want to go back to the house. It'd be better, it's a short scene, so I would go through.
So just go through and...
Because there's a short scene here, and then you'll have a save point.
Okay, so just kidding, guys. We're going to keep playing for a little bit.
Yay!
Until we get to save point. There have been, like, save points as I've been thinking about ending episodes for the most part. So it's just been, like, very convenient. But
Yeah, this one was a little bit longer because the tutorial fight, if you do sparing versus fighting, is long.
Yeah.
All right, you want to read his stuff?
Sure.
I'm assuming it's a guy.
Clever. Very clever. You think you're really smart, don't you? In this world, it's kill or be killed. So you're able to play by your own rules. You spared the life of a single person. Hehehe. Frogget, Whimsum, Vegetoid, Lux, Miscop, Moldsmall. Think about all those names. Do you think any of those monsters have families? Do you think any of them have friends? Each one could have been someone else's Toriel. Selfish brat. Somebody is dead because of you.
He does not pull his punches.
No.
So, if you had killed Toriel, and I feel like if you actually killed it, you would have save scummed, right? Or would you have gone through...
I mean, I would have just gone through that playthrough having killed Toriel.
I've seen some L players play it this way where they accidentally killed Toriel because they didn't know that you could spare her. And then you save scum. But when you come back, this game remembers, even though you didn't save. And calls you a murderer. And it's like, you murdered her, and then you regretted it. So you went back. But I remember. And it's,
That's wild.
Yeah, so far, you just got...
Did that happen to you?
That one didn't happen to me. I had something where if you restart the level down there, there's a camera hidden in the bushes. Yeah, it's not that far ahead of here. I think you have, like, 2 conversations, and then...
Hopefully I'm not still at 2 health.
No, when...
This is beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you have, like, real fights. Anyway, so... Where was I leaving off there?
You were saying it didn't happen to you.
I watched some of the LPers get endings like that. But when I played it, I had to restart at the beginning because I didn't know how to use menu items. Like, how to go back when I...
Did you see that guy?
Yep. You see he's gone? So I didn't know that, so I had to kind of restart. And I already got past the point where I told Toriel what my favorite item was. And so when she calls back, she's like, you know what, wait, let me guess. And she guesses the right one. She's like, I feel like I know you. And so there's definitely, when you replay, there's all these little things of the game, kind of remembering these little choices you've made.
All right, I'm going to read this guy's dialogue.
Okay.
Human.
Sorry.
I was going for the woodsman from like over the garden wall. I missed by a mile,
Yeah, you
but
might change it when you see who you're talking to.
okay. Don't you know how to greet a new pal? Turn around and shake my hand. All right, that's right. We agreed that you would do this person's voice.
No, 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 no. This isn't my favorite.
Oh, this isn't your skeleton?
No, there's another skeleton that's my favorite.
Okay. The old whoopee cushion in the hand trick. It's always funny. Anyways, you're a human, right? That's hilarious. I'm Sans. Sans the skeleton. I'm actually supposed to be on watch for humans right now. But, you know, I don't really care about capturing anybody. Now my brother, Papyrus.
Who is my favorite?
He's a human hunting fanatic. Hey, actually, I think that's him over there. I have an idea. Go through this gate thingy. Yeah, go right through. My bro made the bars too wide to stop anyone.
So, like, after this is a safe spot.
Okay. Quick, behind that conveniently shaped lamp.
Perfect fit.
Oh, hilarious. What's up, bro?
You know what's up, brother? It's been 8 days and you still haven't recalibrated your puzzles. You just hang around outside your station. What are you even doing?
Staring at this lamp. It's really cool. You want to look?
No, I don't have time for that. What if a human comes through here? I want to be ready. I will be the one. I must be the one. I will capture a human.
I love this. This guy looks like a Mega Man villain.
He's my favorite. Then, I, the great Papyrus, will get all the things I utterly desire. Respect, recognition. I will finally be able to join the Royal Guard. People will ask to be my friend. I will bathe in the shower of kisses every morning.
Maybe this lamp will help you.
Sans, you are not helping, you lazy bones. All you do is sit and boondoggle. You get lazier and lazier every day.
Hey, take it easy. I've gotten a ton of work done today. A skeleton.
I love that zooms in. Sans!
Come on, you're smiling.
I am and I hate it. Why does someone as great as me have to do so much just to get some recognition?
Wow, sounds like you're really working yourself down to the bone.
Ugh, I will attend to my puzzles. As for your work, put a little more backbone into it. I don't know how to do that laugh. Also, oh, sorry. Sorry. It's late here, so which is why I'm doing a quiet version of his voice in case you're wondering why I'm a little bit like half whispering, yelling.
That's fine. That's totally fine. I think it's funny that that was your favorite when this other, like, the Sans is totally my favorite, and I absolutely understand why Papyrus.
There's some stuff later with Papyrus where I'm just like, you're the best. But Sans is pretty cool too.
Okay, you can come out now. Oh, right, I've got control of my character.
Yeah,
I
so
don't always know when that's the case.
Yeah, talk to him real quick, 'cause I think if you go to the next one, he's gone, but it's like a sentence.
You ought to get going. He might come back, and if he does, you'll have to sit through more of my hilarious jokes.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Bottles of ketchup, mustard, and relish sitting inside. Oh, interesting.
That's Sans station. Yeah, that's the same. I think the next screen has a save point. Because I know it's like right at this beginning section.
These trees look like they're slightly... Actually, hey, hate to bother you, but can you do me a favor? I was thinking, my brother's been kind of down lately. He's never seen a human before, and seeing you might just make his day. Don't worry, he's not dangerous. Even if he tries to be. Thanks a million. I'll just be up ahead. These trees look like they're pulled from something.
I think everything's original. So yeah, so there's your, and you have a box to store those items that you want to hold on to end game, so you free up some inventory.
Good to know.
The convenience of that lamp still fills you with determination. Yay!
Right. I was starting to wonder if there was ever going to be a save point again. I was like, man.
Yeah, I think they do it just because there's no fights, so they're like, okay, well, just get through this bit.
Right. All right. So we've saved, and now for real, we are going to say goodbye to you all. And thank you so much for joining me, Karen. Hopefully, we will find a good time to record some more of this soon.
Oh, definitely. I love this game.
Awesome.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.